So James, looking ahead to the Regulation and Compliance Conference held during SiGMA on the 27th of November, you've obviously got a huge range of topics globally that you'll be looking at and addressing. How important is it to understand regulation at the standpoint on a global scale at these kind of conferences?
So understanding regulation today is key to operating efficiently, I think. So the world has moved to a direction where every country has its own regulation, more or less. And operators must be able to understand really well in order to tailor their operations accordingly. So operators who don't understand it well or spend an inordinate amount of time focusing on things which aren't really key to the regulation end up having inefficient operations. So I think it's really, really key to make sure you're on top of the regulation and that you use it as much as you can to your advantage.
Therefore, it makes very obvious that if the operators need to go to a new jurisdiction, they have to comply with the rules there. Therefore, studying it and making sure you are compliant is basically sometimes a difference between life and death in that jurisdiction. There can be risk exposure, there can be penalties, the business can go down. So it is super important for every single business when going to new jurisdiction to study and be prepared to comply with the rules.
And you've got a really impressive range of sessions as well during the conference. So you've got touching areas from Latin America all the way through to Africa, UK and Germany as well. Are there any specific areas or sessions that you're really looking out for, you're really expecting some great and some intelligent insights from?
Well, I'm actually looking forward to pretty much everything in that regulation. It's very exciting. But I think I will specifically be looking for new information about taxation, about digital taxation, because it is very new for this business. And it's very new for all businesses, really. It will be interesting to see how exactly, in addition to all different kinds of taxation that this business is already subject to, it will manage to deal with the digital taxation that possibly will be introduced very shortly in Europe.
I'm very curious to see what comes out of the Malta session. It's the inaugural session during the conference. And we're going to have operators have a discussion with the regulator, and Olga Finkel is going to be moderating that. So we're going to see reactions on stage to 1 year of the change in Maltese regulation. And I'm very keen to see what our colleagues from Brazil and from Nigeria have to say. We have two very interesting keynote speakers, one on Brazil and one on Nigeria. And of course, these are markets which now operators are looking to as potential very interesting new regulated markets.
Fantastic. Well, we're all looking forward to it. Thank you so much, James.
You're welcome.
And if you are looking at attending and you'd like some more information, head over to sigma.com.mt.